Ad hominem tu quoque. Appeal to authority. Appeal to belief. Appeal to common practice. Appeal to consequences of a belief. Appeal to emotion. Appeal to fear. Appeal to flattery. Appeal to novelty. Appeal to pity. Appeal to popularity. Appeal to ridicule. Appeal to spite. Appeal to tradition. Bandwagon. Begging the question. Biased sample. Burden of proof. Circumstantial ad hominem. Composition. Confusing cause and effect. Division. False dilemma. Faulty comparison. Also known as bad comparison, false comparison, incomplete comparison, inconsistent comparison. Gambler's fallacy. Genetic fallacy. Guilt by association. Hasty generalization. Ignoring a common cause. Middle ground. Misleading vividness. Personal attack. Poisoning the well. Post hoc. Questionable cause. Red herring. Relativist fallacy. Slippery slope. Special pleading. Spotlight. Straw man. Two wrongs make a right. Faulty comparison. Appeal to ignorance. Fallacy. Ad hominem. Description of ad hominem. Translated from Latin to English, ad hominem means against the man or against the person. An ad hominem is a general category of fallacies in which a claim or argument is rejected on the basis of some irrelevant fact about the author of or the person presenting the claim or argument. Typically, this fallacy involves two steps. First, an attack against the character of person making the claim, her circumstances, or her actions is made. Or the character, circumstances, or actions of the person reporting the claim. Second, this attack is taken to be evidence against the claim or argument the person in question is making or presenting. This type of argument has the following form. Person A makes claim X. Person B makes an attack on person A. Therefore A's claim is false. The reason why an ad hominem of any kind is a fallacy is that the character, circumstances, or actions of a person do not, in most cases, have a bearing on the truth or falsity of the claim being made, or the quality of the argument being made. Example of ad hominem. Bill. I believe that abortion is morally wrong. Dave. Of course you would say that, you're a priest. Bill. What about the arguments I gave to support my position? Dave. Those don't count. Like I said, you're a priest, so you have to say that abortion is wrong. Further, you are just a lackey to the Pope, so I can't believe what you say. Fallacy. Ad hominem tu quoque. Also known as Too Fallacy. Description of ad hominem tu quoque. This fallacy is committed when it is concluded that a person's claim is false because 1. It is inconsistent with something else a person has said, or 2. What a person says is inconsistent with her actions. This type of argument has the following form. Person A makes claim X. Person B asserts that A's actions or past claims are inconsistent with the truth of claim X. Therefore X is false. The fact that a person makes inconsistent claims does not make any particular claim he makes false. Although of any pair of inconsistent claims only one can be true but both can be false. Also, the fact that a person's claims are not consistent with his actions might indicate that the person is a hypocrite, but this does not prove his claims are false. Examples of ad hominem tu quoque. Bill. Smoking is very unhealthy and leads to all sorts of problems. So take my advice and never start. Jill. Well, I certainly don't want to get cancer. Bill. I'm going to get a smoke. Want to join me, Dave? Jill. Well, I guess smoking can't be that bad. After all, Bill smokes. Jill. I think the gun control bill shouldn't be supported because it won't be effective and will waste money. Bill. Well, just last month you supported the bill. So I guess you're wrong now. Peter. Based on the arguments I have presented, it is evident that it is morally wrong to use animals for food or clothing. Bill. But you are wearing a leather jacket and you have a roast beef sandwich in your hand. How can you say that using animals for food and clothing is wrong? Fallacy. Appeal to authority. Also known as fallacious appeal to authority, misuse of authority, irrelevant authority, questionable authority, inappropriate authority, ad verecundiam. Description of appeal to authority. An appeal to authority is a fallacy with the following form. Person A is claimed to be an authority on subject S. Person A makes claim C about subject S. Therefore, C is true. This fallacy is committed when the person in question is not a legitimate authority on the subject. More formally, if person A is not qualified to make reliable claims in subject S, then the argument will be fallacious. This sort of reasoning is fallacious when the person in question is not an expert. In such cases the reasoning is flawed because the fact that an unqualified person makes a claim does not provide any justification for the claim. The claim could be true, but the fact that an unqualified person made the claim does not provide any rational reason to accept the claim as true. When a person falls prey to this fallacy, they are accepting a claim as true without there being adequate evidence to do so. More specifically, the person is accepting the claim because they erroneously believe that the person making the claim is a legitimate expert and hence that the claim is reasonable to accept. Since people have a tendency to believe authorities, and there are, in fact, good reasons to accept some claims made by authorities, this fallacy is a fairly common one. Since this sort of reasoning is fallacious only when the person is not a legitimate authority in a particular context, it is necessary to provide some acceptable standards of assessment. The following standards are widely accepted. The person has sufficient expertise in the subject matter in question. Claims made by a person who lacks the needed degree of expertise to make a reliable claim will, obviously, not be well supported. In contrast, claims made by a person with the needed degree of expertise will be supported by the person's reliability in the area. Determining whether or not a person has the needed degree of expertise can often be very difficult. In academic fields, such as philosophy, engineering, history, etc., the person's formal education, academic performance, publications,